Hello, welcome to Diecast QT. I'm QT, and in this video I'm going to be restoring and customizing two Pontiac Fieros made by Matchbox in 1985. Those two have got different paint jobs, but they're the same model. So I'll start by drilling out the posts. Two posts on this model. So if we take them apart, you'll see that the base is made of plastic and has got a metal suspension clip. Then the model itself comprises two metal castings which sandwich the interior, which is the seat, steering wheel and engine, and the window piece. So there's 10 pieces overall there. So I'll start by getting the paint off these. And my paint stripper of choice is Dettol, which isn't the fastest of paint strippers, but it works and it's dirt cheap. If you're not in a hurry and you can leave these things overnight, it's not a big deal. So I immerse those in the sandwich tub and then leave that to soak overnight. Come back the following day. All the paint has come off. Not come off, but at least come loose. I'll just brush off the paint with a toothbrush. As you'll see on this, the ease with which the paint comes off isn't consistent regardless of the fact that these two models were made in the same factory, presumably in the same year, using the same paint. This casting here, the paint doesn't want to shift at all in places. I'm used to it staying in place where the tempos were, but you wouldn't expect the same thing to happen on the interior. Now there's a section on the door just there where it just doesn't want to go at all. And if you contrast that with the other one, the paint just falls off of that. I've got no idea what's going on there, or what one had the other didn't. But sometimes this happens. Next we take Dremel with a wire brush on it and get rid of all that excess paint and oxidation. Quite difficult to get into all the nooks and crannies with that thing. bother too much with the interior, just getting off the more stubborn bits and clearing out the bits that you would be able to see through the window. So that's one done. And I did that for the remaining 3 pieces. Then I decided I was going to give these a nice shiny finish. So I've got some metal polish and applied it to all 4 pieces, and then go them all once over with the Dremel with a buffing wheel on. Quite sure why I bothered doing this. It's not something I'll be doing again, for reasons you'll see shortly. The only reason you'd need a mirror finish is if you're using a clear coat or clear paint. I guess it's all good practice though. So after taking off the excess polish, it's not a great deal of difference, but you can see it's clearly shinier. So I did that with both of them for all 4 pieces, and that's what we had at this point. So we went to spray, so just some surface primer to begin with. Now it's worth pointing out at this point I went straight from polishing to priming via cleaning with an acetone based cleaner, and I forgot to clean the acetone off. So what I'm doing here is putting paint on top of acetone, and I'm sure you can guess what the outcome of this is going to be, but I can't believe I forgot to clean the cars. You can start laughing now. On with some X15 green paint. Now at this point I'm thinking how great the paint's going on, and how awesome these are going to look. And do the same with the bottom half. And the same with the top of the other casting. I did the other bottom half matte black. So wheels I'm going to be replacing with these rather fancy green light ones I've just got hold of. They're just the right size in terms of axle length. So take off the suspension spring, which is rusted to hell. Give it a quick clean up with some wire wool. Try and shift it with a bit of WD-40. Fail completely. Try again with the wire wool. Give up, and then just decide to sand them off, including the galvanised coating. The end result's shiny, so I can't complain. Moving now onto the windows, which are looking a little bit scuffed, one worse than the other. So I'll take these through the grits, 400 through 800, 1200, 2500 and finally 3000. So having repeated that for the other window piece and the back and sides of each window section, I'll give them a dip in Pledge Revive It. Leave them to dry. Once they've dried, the end result is always impressive. which when you compare with what they look like originally isn't too bad. So next we mix up some XF1, flat black, which we will be doing again in a little while. So having masked off the upper part of the casting, I'm going for is a two-tone diagonal on these. Now, what you know that I didn't know is the acetone issue. Now we're going to take off the masking tape, and off comes the paint with it because it's not adhered to the metal, because the primer was destroyed by the acetone, and therefore the paint isn't sticking. So, back into the Dettol they went, back to bare metal, polished again, this time thoroughly cleaned and repainted. Two whole days wasted doing that. The state of that. Lovely. So one thing that didn't go too badly was the painting of the interior, which I didn't bother priming because it's going to be sitting inside the car. Plus it's plastic, so not that big a deal anyway. So this had to look half decent because it's going to be half visible. There's the end result of the second attempt at painting. Didn't go too badly at all. There's still some issues, but nothing major that couldn't just be touched up with a small paintbrush. So I've custom made some decals here and measured them to go on top of the paint job invisibly, in theory. I had to print them on white because it's got some light in the design, therefore printing them on transparent was not an option. So they go okay. Use a bit of microsol to set them. Just off the excess so it dries quicker. I will do this bit. The thing I don't like about using white transfers is the white edge always shows up on the far side. Wasn't such an issue with this one, which is mostly white anyway. And I made these smaller side decals for the bottom half to fit on the side of the doors. The resolution on the printer wasn't particularly high, so it's more a suggestion of what it should say rather than what it actually does say. I think you can work out what it's supposed to say there. And all but one of these went on fine first time. Did have to use backup for one of them. That's one thing I'll say about making your own decals: always print at least 2 of each design. So, ready to put it all together. The new wheels have been put onto the base. The bases have been cleaned. The suspension springs have been cleaned and put back in place. And the castings have been painted, decaled, and clear coat or gloss on the top half and matte on the bottom half of both cars. Put those together with some M2 screws. I tapped the posts off camera because I've seen enough of that. You can see the interior there. Shading put on with some Citadel Nolan oil. Just add some depth to it. Less bland. And I've touched up the wheels on this one with some, well, there's a lime green Sharpie. Because they were chrome and it didn't look right. So we're ready for the final reveal. Our 2 Pontiac Fieros in black and green team colours. Let's have a look at what we started with. 2 Pontiac Fieros, looking a little bit play worn, scuffed windows. And look what we've got now.